Yeshua. Mighty teaching from the brother Yeshua. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. Shout for the wisdom and knowledge that He brought to our people across the four winds. Done. Right. Yeah, man. So go on off that. Obviously, we're here to wake up our people, man. The children, the angelic sons of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. 12 sons of Yasharallah, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, man. Right. We're trying to tell you to wake up in these last days because of, like, Brother brought out the part of scripture that at the end, you know, or saying like in your comfortability, man. Like people are very comfortable right now. You just had your fully holidays. You know, you're having your next one little breaks and everything. You're getting comfortable in Babylon, when behind the scene Babylon is about to fall, man. Like just because it's this time of your fully year, doesn't mean that your government system has not stopped at work. You know, Baba Kushar, get me Psalms, chapter 10. Psalms chapter 10 and verse 2.
This is the book of Psalms 10 and verse 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom Yahweh abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after power. God is not in his thoughts.
Yeah. So that's what's happening, man. The wicked people out there, they're still doing their work, man. What's that saying? There's no rest for the wicked. So why are you all day celebrating your Christian holiday, you know, your fully holidays? The government system ain't caring about that. They're still plotting your out of minds, man. They're still playing against even their own people. You know? And it's the pride in them because they, like the brother said, they know they got but a short time. And this is why we're out here trying to wake up our people. Because it's now, get me Brother Kushar, give me Luke. Give me the book of Luke, Romans chapter 13 and verse 11, Brother Kushar. Romans 13 and 11.
Bring it up.
Romans 13 and verse 11, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
What?
Nearer than we believe.
Yeah, man, it's high time to wake out of sleep. You so-called blacks, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Latinos, you know, the sons of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's now high time to wake out of sleep because the Babylon's about to fall.
That's right.
We need to now bring the two sticks together. The line of Judah and the line of Ephraim, man. Because our horn of salvation is on his way. Because these heathens, and when I say heathens, I'm not just going to say Esau, I'm going to say all these heathens, these other nations are getting ready to go at it, man. And we're getting way too comfortable. And remember, they have one consent with each other. And their one consent is to make sure that we're eradicated. So even though right now we're seeing on the mainstream and everything that they're fighting against each other, remember that's just a war tactic and war plan for them to fight against us. The ones that are woken up. The ones that are in this truth and the ones that are learning, man. Jacob troubled his hand, bring this out, King.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will bring to visit the world which he made.
And that's what we're saying. We're saying that the Most High is now beginning to visit the world that he's made. And when he means the world that he's made for us, it means the world, he's beginning to visit the world that he's made for Yasharallah, man. Because he's going to clean it up for us. But first, 2/3 of our people have to go and 1/3, like 2 parts go and 1 part's got to be saved. And we're trying to wake up our people so they can be the ones that get saved. That they can teach their children so their children can be saved. Because we've been persecuted for way too long. So now that the men of the Lord, like our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, like the mighty prophets, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Hagar, Nahum, Like the way they came out and gave you warning, Ezekiel, we're out here to give you warning too. Yahweh Shai. Even so-called Jesus Christ, who we know him to be Yahweh Shai and Mashiach, even he came to give you warning before we as a nation persecuted him because we went to live like the heathens. Yeah, bring out your precept, okay?
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
For what?
For this is not your rest.
Because it is polluted.
It is what?
Because it is polluted.
It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
And that's what's happening.
Right.
This is not our rest. Brother Boy, vitally in this lesson, man. Our mindset has been polluted, so we're not even in a physical slavery no more. We're in a mental slavery. But don't think that it's not going to get physical again. And that's going to be to 2/3 of our people that don't want to keep the law, statutes and commandments, man. The ones that get me First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. You got to preach it? Yeah? The ones that want to hold on to this world, man, onto the world of the heathens.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, so cometh as a thief in the night.
As a what?
As a thief in the night.
Yeah. So that's what it's meant. Like when it comes as a thief in the night, it's like in the days of Noah and the days of Lot, man. The prophets give warning, but no one knew that the angels were going to go down and smite down Sodom and Gomorrah on that day. Like the people in the village of Sodom and Gomorrah didn't know that the next day after leaving Lot that they were going to go down there, or after leaving Abraham, sorry, Salakia, that they was going to go and see Lot, and then the next day they didn't know. The Most High is going to come to us as a thief in the night. And if he knocks on your door and you don't answer, destruction, man, it's woe unto you. Yeah? And it's going to begin at the house. It's going to begin at the house of Yasharallah. Get the Obano open. You finished now.
Yeah, First Peter.
Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Exactly. Because then they will say peace and safety. That'll make you feel comfortable in your environment. Peace and safety. Oh, it's okay, this is not going to go through. All their agenda is not created by them. It's created by the Most High. For the will of the Most High to wake up Yasharallah. So when you're seeing all of these abominable things that are happening, that soon the RFID chip's going to be put into full force. We're going to see that pretty soon. This war that's still going on, you know, they're going to sit there and make you feel comfortable. Now it's not happening. Then boom. Can't buy or sell. When you least expect it, like, Salakia, all of the inflation that's happening now, they're going to start giving you little payouts, man. Little loans. Little food stamps. But then you have to pay it all back. Yeah, read this one.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God.
Yeah.
And if at first being at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
Can. So the Most High is going to clean up house first, which he's doing now. We know already that a lot of brothers and a lot of sisters in this truth or know that the Israel have been sifted out, man. But the sifting keeps going. It ain't gonna stop until get me Isaiah. Hold on. It's the sifting season's not started, not finished, man. Because the Most High's got to do a lot of cleaning in his house. Because there's a lot of abominations going on. Yeah? Get me. Get me the book of Isaiah chapter 6 and verse. Start from verse 9 and read down to 12. Yeah?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 6 and verse 9.
Bring it up.
And he said, Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of his people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes.
And hear with their ears.
Lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and what?
And convert,
and
be healed.
And the only way to convert and to be healed is not to say, oh, I'm a born again Christian. Oh, I've been touched by the blood, That's not being converted. To convert is to repent and leave off from your sins and come back to the law, statutes and commandments. That goes to you so-called blacks, Native Americans, Seminole Indians and Latinos, man. We're the only ones that can be converted back to our nationality, because we were the only people to be taken away from our heritage. To convert means to revert back to, because we've been taken away from our heritage. So when he says convert and come back, we're the only ones that need to come back to something. These other nations already got what they have. Read.
Verse 10. Slakia. Verse 11. Then saith Yahweh, how long?
Then saith I.
Slakia. Then saith I, Yahweh, how long?
Yeah, how long? How long do we have to be out here to do these works? How long are you going to sift that Yasharallah? Yeah, that's what he asked. That's what Isaiah asked. How long?
Draw it to the end, man.
You know?
Draw it
Read.
to the end to be saved.
Exactly, can't.
Then saith I, Yahweh, how long? And how he answered, until the cities be wasted, without inhabitation.
Until the what?
Without inhabitants.
Without inhabitants.
Until the cities be wasted without inhabitation. I can still see the city now. We still got the city of London, Tower Hamlets, city of Manchester, Birmingham, Scotland, Ireland, New York. City's still here. And they're inhabited. Because people are walking around driving their cars. Yeah? The Most High said until the city is without inhabitation. Read.
And houses without man.
And houses without what?
And houses without man.
I was bringing it out last night in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, man. When they're going to raid up in our house. That's the time of Jacob's trouble. And that's soon going to come.
Famine of the word, man.
It's the famine of the word. That's when it's all happening into fruition. Read.
Houses without man. And the land be utterly desolate.
What?
And the land be utterly desolate.
Read. Verse 12.
12. And Yahweh had removed men far away, and there be a great forsaking in the midst of the land.
And that's when, after all of that, that's when the Jacob's trouble is going to kick in, the famine of the word. But then we're going to have to be pilgrims upon the earth. What's the preacher asked you to get from? We're going to be pilgrims upon the earth, man. Because when that time of Jacob's trouble, get me to Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7.
Precept.
Yeah?
2nd Ezra 15, 14, from 14 to 17.
15 verse 14.
Or 14 to 18, really.
Read this one first.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwelleth therein.
Finish at 9.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men. Salakia. And there shall be sedition among men.
And if you did not know, sedition means separation. So for all these Christians out there, all these Christian pastors out there teaching God's come to save everyone.
Peace, and that.
Peace, and all of that, and peace and love is not. There's gonna be sedition among men. And we can already see that. Read.
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Keep reading.
Keep reading.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Yeah, there's a new thing that I heard that's come out where they're gonna put people in zones now, like in the film In Time. You can only go 30 minutes this way, 30 minutes that way. You can't leave that zone. You're gonna decide to go to the city, can't enter.
They're doing that with the cars, with their emissions and that.
Exactly.
Certain cars can't go in certain areas.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what's happening. It's coming to a city near you. Read.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because he lacked of bread, and a great tribulation.
That's it, yeah.
And that's what's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna be like, nah, I need to survive. F this, man. I'm gonna take from my neighbor. I'm gonna take from this one. Because of the government, they're trying to put you in a state of mind, especially the so-called blacks, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. They're trying to put our people back in that fearmonger mind, man. Because remember, like the brother said, we feed this economy. We feed the so-called white woman. We feed the so-called white man, the Arab man, the Hamites. We feed their society because we spend the most. We have the least, but spend the most. And that's because of the loans that they're giving out. But now that we're waking up to who we are, the value man, mighty shalom to the brothers, Shabbat shalom to the brothers, the Akims, that out there on the highway and byways laboring, man, to wake up our people and the spirit and power Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because without us doing the work, our people will not wake up, but the Most High put the spirit on us to do this work.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's why, get me in Colossians chapter 3 verse 3:17 real quickly. Because we don't do this enough, man. As a nation of Israel, that's what we don't do this enough, man.
This is Colossians 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Yahweh Shai, giving thanks to power by the Father and the Father by him.
Man. So that's what we do, man. We give all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That we can come out and do this work to wake up our people. We take the water up an hour. You know? That we can discern the times that we're in. But our people are too stiff-necked, like the brother brought out in the Baruch. We are a stiff-necked nation, but in the land of our captivity we shall remember ourselves. And when you start coming back to the law, statutes and commandments, the Most High is going to get you out of the Jacob's trouble. Now bring me that Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7, Baba Kushan.
This is Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
But he shall what?
But he shall be saved out of it.
And the ones that are going to be the saved are the ones that keep the law, statutes and commandments. We're going to be saved out of it, man. The ones that fear the Most High. The young children that fear the Most High. That don't take the sins and the iniquity of their fathers, man.
Teach, come.
And that's what we're trying to tell our generation now, to teach the younger generation so they can be saved. But a lot of the young ones are going to be killed, man. So that is a damn shame, because they have no love for the Most High. Read.
Verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
Man.
But they shall serve Yahweh their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them.
Man, and that's what we're waiting for, man. We're waiting for that. And David, our king, is Yahweh Shai from the bloodline of David, from the bloodline of Judah. And the seed of David, Because when he comes, before he comes, we're going to, like I said, we're going to have to be pilgrims upon the earth. We're going to have to be scouring, getting our households in check. Like Lot had to do. Lot had to become a pilgrim, man. Going to the mountains. Abraham had to become a pilgrim. Had to go and find the lands which the Most High promised unto his seed line. Jacob had to become a pilgrim to flee his own brother Esau. Yahushua, Mary, Joseph and Mary had to be pilgrims, had to flee into Bethlehem, into Egypt,
to run away from Herod.
Exactly, Herod, from persecution, from Roman persecution. The Latinos had to run to where?
America, man.
Into America. To flee persecution. The so-called Negroes, we had to run into the west coast of Africa.
Yeah.
To flee persecution. There's nothing new under the sun. And there's always a judgment that came after that.
Right.
So what makes you think the Most High ain't going to do it again? Read, please.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
And the answer is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
That's who's going to deliver Esdras in those days. That's who's going to deliver us in those days, because we are our forefathers. We are basically, we've done the 30, now we're getting the judgment for it. But we can learn. The heathens can't learn. We can learn from our mistakes. When we turn back to the law, statutes, and commandments, it's ordained. Read.
The beginning of sorrows.
Oh, start 70. Stop 70. But yeah, that's good. Keep reading, and it's up to 70. Beginning of sorrows, yeah?
The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are set as scourges for amendment.
Yeah, man. And that's when people are gonna be like, oh, we should have listened to them, to those guys that were on highways and byways, man, on the highways and hedges, telling us the gospel, man.
Right.
And it's gonna be more so our people, but you know our people that are like, oh, sweet Jesus, save me. Oh, we should have listened to them brothers. Shoulda, coulda, wouldas, man. That's what the Most High's gonna say to you. Shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Cry unto your idols, man.
Cry unto your idols, man. Because I've been telling you, remember, we don't speak. It's the Most High that speaks through us.
Well, save, come.
So he's saying, I've already told you, the words that come out of my mouth shall not return unto me void.
That's right.
And I'll tell you through the mouth of my prophets, the saints. And that's what we're out here to do, to prophesy the downfall of Babylon, man. And to get our people ready for Jacob's trouble. Because if you ain't ready for that time, woe unto you. Especially our women, man. Our women love to envy the oppressor too much. So, Khan, jump to 70 for me. 70. Yeah.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection.
So insurrection again, separation. That's another separation. And that separation is going to go for the so-called blacks, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Latinos. They're going to separate us because we're going to wake up and start understanding who we are as a nation. Who we are as a people, that we are one. In the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, man. Because when that happens, these people, they're going to know that their system's not going to run no more. Get me Revelation chapter, is it 12 and 12 and 12? Yeah? Let's bring that out real quickly. And then we'll go back to this.
Revelation 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
He have what?
He have but a short time.
He have what?
He have but a short time.
Yeah, man, the heathens already know they have a short time. These devils know that their time is running up. So doomsday is upon us, man. Doomsday is upon us. Don't get too comfortable, you so-called black. Especially the ones that have heard us on the highways and byways and that follow us on the channel and like to be on the comment board, you keyboard warriors. We're not going to be the ones that say, I told you so. The Most High is going to do that from his own self. Get me Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 21. start to verse 20.
24.
24? 24.
Roll on 24.
Yeah?
Good. Proverbs 1:24. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regardeth. But ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
Man. And that's the Most High basically telling you, I told you so. All these keyboard warriors out there that saying that we don't know what we're teaching, you come up and do it. You come and do the labor then.
Yeah. Is it, we're interpreting it wrong.
Yeah, then you interpret it. Because we're only going thus saying. There's no private interpretation of what we're saying. And if we're interpreting it wrong, teach us.
Show us. Yeah. Come out on the highways.
Don't come out on the highways.
Lead them to the marriage, man.
Come and do the work. No, not on your keyboard. Come and do your work and wake up the people. This is what I'm saying. We need to gather ourselves together in this time, man. Get me yeah, let's continue this one. Get me something like chapter. Yeah, you know what I want. Keep reading.
2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Yeah.
For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then they shall be known. Who are my chosen?
Who are who?
Who are my chosen?
Yeah.
And they shall be tried as gold
is
tried in the fire.
As gold is tried in the fire. So we're gonna get tried for this truth, man. You know, we have stories about in the Apocrypha, in the book of Maccabees. That mighty sister and her 7 sons, man.
Daniel, man. Meshach,
Daniel, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Daniel himself got put in the lion's den. Jeremiah, Yahushua,
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Had to walk naked, man.
Yeah, come.
For 3 years.
John had to go into the mouth of a belly, man, of a fish. We're going to go through these things. And the Most High is going to do it to let you know who the real saints are. Not the ones that are putting off their heads and shucking and jiving and shamalabala,
Bum face and
bum face and not keeping no commandments. Not them ones. Not them ones that did this little thing and said they're shouting. They're not crying out loud. They ain't shouting, bro. He's going to show you the ones that are out here showing you wisdom, crying out in the true places, man. We're uttering our voices, wisdom, the Most High speaking now. So get right or get left. Because Jacob's trouble's coming and only the ones that fear him are going to be saved.
that's right.
You got that?
This is Zephaniah 2 verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
No, just sit in your houses.
Gather yourselves together.
Just listen to your Christian pastors in the church.
Gather yourselves together.
Yea, gather, O nation not desired.
Are the ones that are making money.
O nation not desired.
Your big ballers are the ones that want to have the Bentley.
O nation not desired.
Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of Yahweh come upon you, before the day of Yahweh's anger come upon you.
And that's what we need to do. We need to gather together as a nation. Like I said, you so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans, Spanish or Indians, you need to gather now as a nation while the Most High has grace and mercy upon us, man. Upon his people. Because Yahushua is coming back and he's long time held his peace. But we have to go through the tribulations of Jacob's trouble before that coming. Because that's when we're going to get tried in the fire of adversity. Because can you imagine, we've lived so comfortably in Babylon that when we have to become pilgrims, how are those that don't know the wisdom and understanding of the scriptures going to survive? We have the word, and the Most High showed us how to use the earth and the herbs to survive and to be able to live off it. And we only want to share that with our people. Yeah? Get me Baba Kashar. Don't want to go more deeply. get me 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 14, 40 to 40 to 44, yeah?
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 40. O my people, hear my words. Make you ready to thy battle.
Yeah.
In those days evils be as pilgrims upon the earth.
Yeah?
He that selleth, and let him be as he that fleeth away. And he that buyeth, as one that will lose.
Yeah.
He that occupied merchandise, as he that had no profit by it. And he that buildeth, as he that shall not dwell therein.
So he's basically saying, get ready for the battle, get ready for war. Get ready to become a pilgrim upon the earth. Because we're going to have to flee and leave our things behind.
Businesses,
houses, money, stock, whatever you got.
Construction, you've got on your house, or mortgage.
Mortgage and everything, leave it behind. Because when they come, it says it in 70s, there's going to be a great insurrection, man. And that's the ones that fear the Most High. That's what they're going to come and try. The serpent's going to come and try and take us upon the mountain, man. And say, look, if you just do this, like, I will give you everything. The same thing that Yahweh Shai had to go through, they're going to do to us. Take the chip, and we'll pay for everything. You know? Sell out your brother to me. Tell me where them other Israelites are, and we will give you everything. The Most High said, get ready to drop all your things, all your riches. Even your family if you need to. Even your sons and your daughters if you need to. Your wife of your bosom. If they're not getting correct, like Lot's wife, drop them and keep it moving. Be prepared. Be prepared for that day. Because it's soon coming. You know?
Yeah, get Luke 21 and 19.
Can't. I was about to get that one as well. Luke 21:19. Shall get me stay in the Ezra's.
This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 19. In your patience possess ye your souls, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Now what?
The desolation thereof is nigh.
Yeah, so that's what I say. The Most High said, be patient. Yeah? Be patient. We have to endure to the end. But when we see the signs pass and we see the armies are coming in, that martial law, when we see that the famine of the word is here, that they're finding the books and they got their new world order set in motion, which is already in effect. When it goes full effect, flee to the mountains. That means you have to go back to the wilderness. Yeah? We're going back to the wilderness. We're not going to hide amongst the other nations, because the other nations will sell us out. We're going to be like David in that time, man. We're going to be like David in that time, man. When he went to war and then he had to come back. You know, for the feast. For the feast of unleavened bread. For the Sabbath day, to keep the Sabbath day as well. It's gonna get to them times. But we have to give the brothers that are in this truth and now holding fast and enduring. You know, we still need to endure, man. Hold fast and keep your spirit strong. Yeah? And this is why we're trying to wake up our people to tell them to come back, so you can stay strong, that you can be saved, and we can get a blessing and inheritance that was promised to us by our forefathers. Read this one, King.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8 and verse 39. But I will rejoice over the disposition of the righteous, and I will remember also their pilgrimage, and the salvation, and the rewards that they shall have.
Exactly. And that's what's going to happen, man. The most. Read that again. That sounds beautiful, man. That sounds beautiful.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8 and verse 39. But I will rejoice over the disposition of the righteous,
The disposition. So he will rejoice when we take ourselves out of Babylon, man. Like we're in a lowest state, and we're holding on to righteousness. He's gonna rejoice of that because he's like, yeah, I told them in Revelation, come out of my people. We came out of Babylon. You know, we fled, and we listened, we hearkened to Mashiach.
And I will remember also their pilgrimage, and the salvation, and the rewards that they shall have.
Man, that's what I'm saying, man. How beautiful is that? He's going to remember our pilgrimage when we had to flee Roman persecution, when we had to drop this lifestyle and just call upon his name, man.
Hey, who's got Luke? Luke 17, 29 to 33.
We had to like going back how our forefathers were, man. Going back to the days of Moses. Being in the wilderness. But our people are way too comfortable living in Babylon. And only a few are going to get that blessing. You got that thing?
Luke chapter 18 and verse 29.
17.
17 and verse 29. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all.
Go on, keep reading.
Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in his house, in the house, let him not come down to take it away, and him likewise not return back. Remember Lot's wife.
Can. And that's what it's gonna be like when them bombs start dropping and they start kicking down your door, martial law. You're not. Forget your stuff, man.
Read verse 23 though.
Forget all of that.
Yeah.
And keep it moving, keep it pushing.
That's right.
Verse 33, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it.
Can. And you see it in the films all the time. The one that runs back, no, nigga, dead.
Dead.
Next scene, dead.
Let the dead bury the dead.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what's funny? The funny thing about it is always the Caucasian ones. They run back and they drop and they die.
I forgot the ring.
I forgot the ring. That's why black people you see in the film.
But they like, you know what
And
to
they
do
keep running.
in the films. Some of them they just make it.
Oh, they just
Have to run.
and chinny chin chin
Yeah,
and swine.
Go get the dog, and the dog comes.
Like,
And the dog comes out.
The one with the limo, where they riding the limo.
2012.
Oh yeah, 2012, yeah.
Go back to get the youths them.
See?
They was hiding under the table, innit? They were not leaving the house. Are you dumb, guys?
Can. But that's what I'm saying. Left them, man. Left them. Yo, brother, what's your nationality? You got 2 minutes to hear the word. See?
Can these bones live, man?
Can these bones live?
And these bones live!
Can they?
Can they live, man? Only Most High knows, man.
Only it's exactly that. We just gonna prophesy onto the wings anyway.
You saying you reading, brother?
Come on.
Are you
That's
reading,
good,
bro?
that's good.
Make sure you're reading that book, you know?
I am.
Yeah.
I'll read
That's good, yeah.
Can.
Calm.
Sounds 91 for me. Yeah, love.
Shalom. See, you know what it is? This is where we need to humble ourselves as well, because the Most High can plant the seed. Because he could be a valiant brother, man. He could be mighty. He might just one day just Most High put the spirit on him, and he comes like Benaiah. Zoom. Starts slaying lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. You know. But that's what I'm saying. You so-called blacks, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, you need to wake up and realize that this government system and these people do not love you. The Most High loves you more than anything.
That's right.
Give me that in Deuteronomy. You know which one I want?
7 and 6.
7 and 6. Exactly, the famous one for our people. Get me if you can find me a precept for that. Find me a precept for that. And also, can someone hold on to me? Revelation chapter 21 as well and 12. Read this one.
Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power have chosen thee to be a special people
Unto himself.
Unto who?
Unto himself.
Very possessive, man. Very possessive. Unto himself.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Can. And we know that our spirit tells us that, but we are too afraid of our oppressors to even step up and do something. Because the moment a brother rises up, big up to Nate Turner, big up to them brothers there, big up to the prophets beforehand, the 12 tribes, the 12 apostles, big up to those brothers there, because they stepped up for our people when the valiant men couldn't. But they shriveled down in front of their oppressor, and they become that Jonah spirit, man. You know, kiss their brother and set him up. Read. This is the book of Deuteronomy. That Judas, the Judas spirit, Salakia.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Judas Iscariot.
For thou art a holy people unto thy power, and Yahweh have chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all nations that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people upon the face of the earth, man. Above all the nations. And we know this in our vibration. Like even before coming into the truth, our elders had a remnant of understanding, like, yeah, we know we're better than them. Like, we're always in the boxing rings and we mash them up all the time. Brother says it all the time. In the Olympics, we mash them up. They cannot thrive without us. That's how you know that we're the best. The music scene. They come and take our music and then put some dirty pop beat on it. They take our righteous music and put some 808s on it and some killer hooks on it that hurts our people's ears, man. Change up the vibration of it. But when we hold the righteous vibration, they wanna take claim of that, man. It's time to take back what's ours, and we can only do that by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man.
That's right. Bring it out.
You know?
This is 2 Samuel chapter 7 and verse 23. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel, whom power went to redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible for thy land before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations and their gods.
From who?
From the nations and their gods.
And we're the only nation that are serving heathen gods. Because they don't show us our God. They show us their God. But we know our God. We know what our Messiah looks like, and we know who our Father looks like, because we read the scriptures. We seek the word daily. Read.
Yet, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 44 from the top. Yet now, O Jacob my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob my servant, and thou, Jerusalem, whom I have chosen.
Don't read.
That's it. This was the chosen. That's what you know.
Yeah, man. Fear not. And the only reason why we don't fear is because we strive to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, and try to be perfect in the sight of the Most High, because we know that we can't keep all of the commandments, not in this captivity, but we strive for perfection. We strive to walk in the footsteps of the Mashiach Yahushai and the apostles and our ancestors, the mighty warriors and the mighty kings, not the wicked ones. You know? And we want our women to walk as the virtuous women of our time. Like the Mary mother of Yahushai. Like what's her name? Like Judith, Suzanne, Esther, what's her name? Annabelle. To walk in them steps, man. Not Jezebel. Jezebel was the only queen that got yammed by dogs, man. Most I told her got her ripped up. Don't walk like them women.
That's a heathen, isn't it?
Can. That's why I mentioned deal with them. Don't deal with the Delilahs. That will make you go off. Deal with your own nation, man. especially in these last days. A precept? Give me that Revelation chapter 21, 21 and 12.
This is the book of Revelation 21 and verse 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
And that's what we're trying to tell our people. You should be happy. You have a gate in heaven with your name on it. So why are we still trying to hold on to Babylon? We shouldn't be holding on to Babylon, man. Because Babylon's soon done, man. Get me Malachi chapter 4 verse 1. I'm going to bring that back out again. Get me Zephaniah. Yeah, bring that.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 4 from the top. For behold, the day have come that saith, that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. And the day have come that shall burn them up, saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
And that's what's gonna happen. That's when the bombs are gonna start dropping. People are gonna start going crazy. And that's when we pray that the Most High takes us out of this place, man. Makes us pilgrims, that they have to come and search for us, and then we can fight on our terms with the Messiah, man. Because a lot of our people are gonna go to prison in that time. When them bombs start dropping, it's gonna be like the real Holocaust, our persecution. Because they're gonna come for us.
Revelation 2 and 10.
Man. Zechariah 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away that while they stand upon their feet. And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from Yahweh shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor.
Man, and that's what we're seeing. That's what we read that in Ezra, man, in 2nd Ezra. That they're gonna rise up, nation against nation. They're gonna rise up against the children of Yasharallah. But the Most High said, your weapons are gonna go back against you. And maybe pray for it, man.
That's the Isaiah 6 and 9 as well, isn't it? There's it says they're gonna tell them until when?
Until when? Exactly.
Until they see the
desolation,
the nuclear destruction, man.
Into the world, and without inhabitants, man.
And that's what the bombs are gonna do. Take out the inhabitants of the people, fam.
What does a nuke do? What does a nuke do? A nuke creates radiation that nothing grows in that spot no more.
Yeah, desolation.
A nuke changes a person's DNA, their skin follicles, man, their cell follicles. Read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, but ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death.
Do what?
Be thou faithful unto death.
And I'll give thee a crown of life.
And that's what we strive for, man. That's what we are striving for our nation. Our heart's desire is that Israel can be saved.
That's right.
So when we're coming out here and we're speaking the word of the Most High, we don't see no one else doing it apart from the children of Yasharallah, because if we know how to keep the precepts, the heathens can't keep the precepts.
That's right.
So when we're going precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, coming in the volume of the book, going from Genesis to Revelations.
It confounds them, bro.
You're confounded with it, man.
But these niggas are reading the Bible.
Gone. These Negroes, they actually learn how to read the Bible and they understand it. Why can't we understand it? Why can't we? That's what the Caucasian man's like. Then now they're coming back to why they're getting secrets that we don't understand. Even if that's why it says don't cast the pearls before the swine.
Parables aren't for everybody.
Parables aren't for everybody. Because the moment you give them a leeway, that's when they get the upper hand. And that's what the wicked men of our nation did, man, in the Maccabees. That's why they took them books out.
It's not made for them to understand, isn't it?
That's can't, because the Most High didn't give it to them. They weren't given lost statutes and commandments. But that's why they took out the Apocrypha, man. That's why the Apocrypha exists. Those are the hidden books. Because it tells you a lot about our people and what we went through the Greek captivity.
Yo, bro. Come here to
1
2
second,
minutes,
man.
bro.
Come, King, man.
2 minutes.
Yeah, big man. Man said, yo, King.
No, I'm not gonna cry because that's what I'm trying to tell you. You something's good in my fear.
Alright.
Got me thing. What can I do for you, gentlemen, brother?
Alright.
What can I do for you?
What's your nationality, King?
Me. I'm born in England.
You're born in England,
Yes,
yeah?
I'm British.
Yeah. So you're British.
Hold on. But before my people going further, I'm British, Jamaican origination, African descendant.
Alright.
Yeah?
So I like that. I like that because obviously that's you. That's what you've been growing up in between.
Go ahead.
All right.
Wait,
So now, when you grew up as a so-called black man in the Caribbean,
Hold on. Correction. Not as a so-called black man, as a British.
as a British Caribbean descent from Africa, they're growing up like that.
Right.
Because I'm not son of God.
What is God called? What does God call
You know,
Say that again?
What does God call our
you
people? What does God call
become
you?
better.
Because in the Bible, because growing up, we have to go
You
to
got some things like Israelites, yeah?
And
And you got to try to tell me,
yeah,
yeah?
because we are.
Okay.
And don't know
So
what,
that means you can't fool me and you can't
I'm not
educate
trying to
me.
fool you. I'm not trying.
I can't educate you. This is what I'm going to tell you. You can't educate me. You understand? I can't educate you. I can learn certain little things from you.
Yeah.
But you can't really give me anything what I don't know.
Alright, and that's what we're here because that's where iron sharpens some iron. So you already know you're an Israelite.
Yes.
So that's beautiful. And that's what we're here to
You did not hear how I said it.
Yeah.
I try to say it in the most simplest terms that is possible because some man don't understand how the thing go.
Yeah.
Some man is going to tell you straight away, I'm not my yard man, I'm Jamaica.
Yeah.
So I'm the only boy in my family born in England. There's 9 of us. I'm the only one born here. But I identify that what you call it, like how the so-called people them use the term to call me. I prefer the British thing more than the English thing. Because many times I've been in Jamaica and they say, you're English. I say, push, don't call me English.
Do you know what?
I will bore at your school, I'm
You know
British.
what? I like that. Do you know why? Because if you go to the word British or Britannia, it means covenant people.
Right.
So
it means Black Kings of England.
It means the Black Kings of England.
Right.
So before they even come over here, we were ruling. So that's naturally in your heritage, in your blood to think that because we already ruled. King James, they will say he's a white man.
Yeah.
But King James was a so-called black man from the line of Judah. Because the scepter can't pass from Judah. So he would have been an Israelite sitting on the throne. So only
3 lions.
just three lions on the
There's no
shirt.
lions in
Benjamin,
England.
Levi, Judah.
Where the lions come from?
And they took that.
David fight the lions.
Exactly, they took that and they ran with it
Samson
because
fight the lions.
they knew our book as well as we knew our book. So when they saw that the scepter couldn't pass from Judah, they knew that King James was from the bloodline of Judah, which would mean kings from the bloodline of Christ, of Israel. So they're like, wow, we're going to use this man now. Let's use Constantine to come in,
Change up.
change up the thing. So now they will say to you, oh, King James is a white man, it's a white man's book, he's a batty man, he's this, he's that. Why would King James being a batty man say that batty man can't live? It must be there. Because of the covenant was here in England before it became England. The royal family now are sitting on Jacob's pillow. The rock that Jacob used to lay in the wilderness to get signs, they're sitting in the Buckingham Palace. The crown jewel. See the stones in the country.
They're the
They're
breast-
our ones.
They're the breastplate of the Levites.
The breastplate of the Levites of the Lord.
They've
So
got the-
it's,
yeah, the
there's a
stones.
remnant of you that knows in your spirit why you will call yourself British and not English.
But Ish is a suffix.
But Ish is a suffix.
You're not British, you're Britannia.
Look on you.
'Cause you-
Yeah, I'm looking at you. I love what you're doing, you know what I mean? But the things that I've done, right?
to get your knowledge and
Yeah, you've not even done that yet. The little things that I've done to make even certain younger youth than me, you've not done that yet. You understand? I've gone in my pocket, not asked the sister for any money to do certain things. And still, we don't get no recognition for it. But hear what I'm telling you. Don't stop what you're doing. Because there's many lost sheep out there. We need more shepherds.
Get King Charles, get his
You
grand.
understand? So, once you're doing the works, you know, you're gonna bring in certain people who need to be educated. But this
See, Black Boy, another thing, Black Boy Lane.
pensioner, you can't educate this little pensioner. So the freedom pass, I said, look, so the freedom pass. Hold on, you know, look at my freedom pass.
yeah, I see.
Job 37.
Eh?
Go on.
Yeah?
Job 37.
Job 37.
Oh, Job 32. Oh, Job 37.
I hear what you're saying, G, but that's why I said iron sharpens iron. Because there's certain things that I might not know that you could teach me, but there's some things that I will
No,
know.
look at the words that you're using. You know,
Yeah,
you're using original words.
Yeah, but that's
You
what I'm saying.
understand?
But we can always learn because I can never say, I learn from my nephews and my nieces every time. They're younger than me. I'm not going to say because of my age.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Exactly. My grandnephews and my grandnieces.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. There's some things that they could teach you. They're going to be like, Granddad, look, boom, boom, boom. You can't say to them, you can't teach me nothing, but they're just showing you something new. It's the same way we,
You're right.
you know.
But on that aspect, what you're saying, I'm being a bit ignorant now when I say that. But I don't want to be disrespectful. It's only because I'm cutting through. And I know that from the minute you stop me, we're going to be having this big reasoning. And it's not that I don't want to have this big reasoning. I want to go down the road and do what I'm doing. And when I'm coming back, we're going to have this big reasoning.
I want scripture, bro, yeah?
Give you one.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 12. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in the word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity.
That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, we don't despise you, and we don't despise each other, and no matter what age you are, you know what I mean?
So what, do you not go to church?
This is the church here.
There's no church.
This is the church.
No, there's no
You know what it
church.
is?
Hold
You
on.
know what it is? Sorry, I'm not gonna, you know what it is? They use a church to a church.
Is there a gathering place for you, man?
Yeah, so for us.
Yeah.
So normally we'll meet like first thing in the morning, we'll meet in the library and we do our teachings there. But this is primarily where the church is. That's how the Messiah.
This is Isaiah chapter 61, Isaiah 66 and verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye shall build unto me?
Hold there, write this up. Now, you see what you're doing there is one of them, but you're reading to me. Put the mic to his voice when he's reading it so that everybody can hear it. It's not just me one. Yeah? Do it again.
Oh, praise.
Do it again, please.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Oh, praises, bro. Out of respect, brother, we didn't want to like see like we're shouting at you just with the music.
No,
but yeah,
other people are fasting.
Yeah,
they're doing the works.
Yeah.
If you're doing the works, do the works properly.
Alright, almighty.
You need to be up here with us, man.
Isaiah 61, Isaiah 66 and verse 1.
Bring it up.
Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me? And where is the place of my rest?
Exactly. So we're the temple. We're the temple of God. Read.
This is Matthew 18 and verse 20. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them.
And look, there's more than 2 or 3 up here, and we're here. We're coming from the word, so he's in the midst. This is our church. This is the church.
This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttereth her voice.
In the building.
In the city she uttereth her voice.
In the big cathedral in Westminster Abbey.
In the city she uttereth her voice, saying, How long, these simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and scorners delight in her scorning, and fools hate knowledge?
Fools hate knowledge. Because in the church, they're not going to teach you wisdom like this. It's not going to come out pure, being on the roads, growing up and actually living it, to come out now going back to our heritage to teach it. They ain't going to teach it like that.
So, you see, when we're doing speaking the power, yeah, I like the way how you speak with power, with the venom. You need to speak like that venom with the mic when you're speaking with venom, with the power. I'm giving advice in that. I'm just listening to it. I want to feel that power. You see, when a man is trying to right hook after you, he's gonna try it with power because he wants to deck you. So when you're talking through the mic, use it like this is the fist. You understand? When you're talking with venom.
We do.
Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 14. Wherefore thus saith the Lord God of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my mouth in thy mouth, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them.
So the Most High just basically, you know that what the word faggot, that means firewood. The Most High just said all of these are faggots because you don't listen to the word, so you're just going to be firewood to me.
Hold on, I stand up and listen, innit?
Yeah?
So I should be getting some salute, innit? As a look at I'm listening, yeah? I'm pass on the energy, innit? I'm receiving, but I'm giving it back as well.
Peace and love, bro.
Yeah, that's
real. We've got contact details.
We've got contact details. But
YouTube channel and everything.
Yeah, bro. So you're saying, no, I'm going to come on this and do something one day. Yeah.
You need to come because you say you got your ways of waking up. And teach us things. You got your ways how to speak to us.
Don't worry, we're gonna link up, trust me, because it's a new year.
So the new year, King, is that? Yeah, we went through that as well. This is not a new year because
the Bible says the spring.
The spring is the new year. Come on, because yes, the
spring That's where we're sharpening each other.
But you know what? Sometimes what you call it when you get so caught up into certain Babylonian, what we call it, the systematic ways. You start even say certain things. So even me. Drop off a pint.
But that's Salakia. But again, that's like Black British.
Shalom.
I salute you guys.
What's your nationality, bro?
I'm African.
No, what's your nationality that we know your nationality?
Bible.
What's your
in
nationality?
the Bible?
In the Bible.
Yeah, what are we?
According to the Bible.
That's right. That's right. We're Israelites.
But I told you that before.
That's the first thing.
Africans. Yeah, we're not African though.
Sorry,
we are Israelites.
We're Israelites.
We're Israelites.
That's right.
Shalom, King.
Come, Israel.
And that's what it is, man. See, each one teach one, and elder comes up. I like the fact that he said that he's a Brit. Because of the covenant people.
Job 32 and 9. Job 32 and 9.
Yeah, Job 32 and 9. Because obviously there's a spirit in him that knows that he's not no Englishman, that he's a Brit. And when we go back to that word, we know what it means because we study to show ourselves approved. We go into history. We don't seek endless genealogy, but we go into our history as far as the Most High will allow us to learn. Spiritually. That's why we're telling our people, you so-called black people, like so-called blacks, Native American, Seminole Indians, and Latinos, to wake up and do your research of where you came from, because it's gonna give you who you are and identification.
Look into the curses.
Look into the curses of our people. Or when you do with the Gadites, you know. In the Native Americans that they like to call them. Read, King.
Job 32 verse 9. Great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment.
Done, that's it.
Yeah. So not great men, not like because you're older than me, doesn't mean you're gonna have the most wisdom in the world. You know, there's a balance. The Most High is a just wait because to the Most High, I'm a young man. Me and my brothers, we're young men out here. But He's given us knowledge and the ability to be able to teach our people certain things in the body of a Mashiach. Because we're one body. One brother's got strength in this area, another brother's got strength in that area, another brother can teach that one. An elder can come in and he can have different, you know? And that's how we have to move. That's how we have to move in as Israel. But all according to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because without the Most High, we wouldn't even be here to have this understanding to come and wake up our people. To try and get them to come out of their folly. You know? To tell them to stop celebrating a pagan holiday and feel like it's alright to do so. To be mistreating our women. The women mistreating the men. You know, brothers and sisters fighting amongst each other. Israelites against Israelites.
Susanna, I got one here still. Susanna 45.
Susanna,
good? Is that the one? Susanna 45, isn't it?
No.
The same one about being young, isn't it?
Susanna 145.
This is the book of Susanna, chapter 1 and verse 45. Therefore, when she was led to be put to death, Yahweh raised up the Holy Spirit of a young youth whose name was Daniel.
That's it, yeah, man. That's it.
Daniel, yeah, exactly, a young youth. Daniel, and we know Daniel to be wise, man.
From when he was young.
From when he was young. David. Even down to David. David was a young man, like he was a young prince and became a king. You know? The Most High said he don't look at the outward appearance as men do. He looks on your inner. Yeah? So I can't, like I said, my nephews from my aunt teaches me some things, and my niece from my aunt teaches me some things. I'm like, Khan, alright. But I wasn't gonna be like, nah, I'm older than you, you can't show me this. I'm like, Khan, I will take it in. If I don't understand, I'll search it out. Read.
Yeah, this is Psalms 119 and verse Psalms 119 and verse 99. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the ancients, because I keep thy precepts.
Because I what?
Because I keep thy precepts.
And precepts must be upon precept, line upon line to get understanding. Keep reading.
101. I have refrained my feet from every evil way, that I might keep thy word.
Yeah, one more.
I have not departed from thy judgments, for thou hast taught me.
Exactly. And that's what it is. We got taught by the precepts. We learned what not to do and how to conduct ourselves as men of Israel. How to come out and teach our people like the Messiah, Yahweh Mashiach did, to save his people, like it refers to in the book of Matthew chapter 1 verse 21. She shall bring forth a son and he shall save his people. Yeah? And then he had 12 disciples. But in total he has 70. He had more.
I got one. John 2:26.
John chapter 2:26.
Yeah.
Yeah?
What's it? John
2:26.
First John, Slakia.
1 John chapter 2 verse 26. You know, so this is what it is. We're trying to wake up our people, man. So before, like I said, Jacob's choppers coming, the famine of the word's coming, destruction's coming. Now it's time for us to start to we need to gather now before the decree comes forth, man. Read.
1 John 2 and verse 26. These things have I written unto you concerning them that seduce you. But the anointing which ye have received of him abideth in you. And ye need not that any man teach you, but as the same anointing teacheth you of all things, and is truth, and is no lie. And even as it hath taught you, ye shall abide in him. And now, little children, abide in him, that when he shall appear, we may have confidence and not be ashamed before him at his coming.
And that's what we need to do, man. Like we now need to, once we come into this truth, because the anointing is understanding, coming back to the law, statutes and commandments, that washing, that renewing of the spirit when we hear this word. Because I am not going to lie, I've heard the word before, but not the way the Most High brings it out of the brothers that are in this truth.
That's right.
And that was a new kind of washing for me. Cool, brother. What's your nationality, bro? What's your nationality?
Brazilian.
Brazilian. Yeah. You could be an Israelite of the Bible. If you're an Israelite coming from the seed line, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, if you're the Most High, keep the law, statutes, and commandments, bro. Like, we need to wake up our people, because we've been scattered across the four winds. You know, like
Like Pele, you know.
Like Pele.
Like the Django, man. Like the Capoeira, man. You see Capoeira?
See like
Capoeira.
Like Capoeira and everything.
It was
the ancient dance of like in Brazil, Capoeira. Yeah.
Django.
Like that. Those are things from our ancestors, right?
They had to learn to.
And why do you think our ancestors? Do you know the history of Capoeira?
Yeah.
So,
They pray for like no, I was like for fun, but
so the real root of Capoeira came from martial art, because our ancestors used to use Capoeira, but they turned it into a dance. So the enemies that was amongst us, that took us away from our land, they didn't know what we were doing. So when they came in, they see us, but we were like, yeah, but we turned it into a dance. But when they came to battle and getting it cracking, the Brazilians back in the day was like, yo, back.
Using the Capoeira as a dance.
Because we're God's chosen people.
before I was dancing now.
Yeah, exactly. I was dancing, but now I'm going to kick your ass with it, because of the Most High has chosen us to be a special people. So he's given us ways and knowledge and understanding to be able to defend ourselves. But the only way we're going to be saved out of our captivity is to be able to come back to these law, statutes and commandments. So we need to now go back and see what our ancestors did to be able to get the kingdom to come, because this world is soon to be destroyed.
You're a brother, fam.
So what we're out to do is trying to wake up our people before that time comes. Because we wasn't right. Get me that Zechariah again. Because of this sounds like a nation of people on the earth. Because in the Bible, we got Palestine in the Bible, the Philistines, we got Egypt, we got Greece, we got Roman. All of that's mentioned in the Bible.
Not Brazil.
Brazil's not mentioned in the Bible. Yeah, but Christians in the Bible, but it tells you who the Christians are.
The Christians are the Israelites.
So the Christians are the Israelites. The first Christians.
Look at that.
Christians are. Yeah, but the Christians. Shalom. Yeah, but the Christians these days are not the Christians in the Bible. Because to be Christian, it means to be a follower of Christ. But they're not following Christ's words. As much as they want to preach it and teach it.
They're not following.
Exactly. So this is why. No, gather it together. Zephaniah. Yeah? They speak Portuguese.
This is Zephaniah 2 verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
We was a nation that once desired. Because remember, we had to flee Roman persecution. The Brazilians, they were taken from like some parts of the west coast of Africa, some parts from the Angola, and they were taken into captivity. Even Europe taken into captivity by, we're not gonna lie, by the so-called white man through the slave trade. But they cover up history to make us we're all one. But we're still a nation not desired. But there's a time that's gonna come where it's gonna tell us to gather together. Get me that in Genesis chapter 30. 39 or 40 for the law, because it's even in the law with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob even told his sons. 49. I knew it was the 9. Yeah, you guys?
Yeah. This is Genesis 49 and verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together.
Do what?
Gather yourselves together.
This is a law. This is a law given from the Most High to Jacob for his sons.
You need to gather
That I
together.
may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
And we're in the last days now. So we now, as the nation of Israel, as the Israelites need to come together
Ezekiel
and
37.
start waking up and understand what the Most High is requiring of us. Because it's about to get messy out here, not gonna lie.
It's about to get serious.
Everyone's all laughing and kikiing and joking, but in the days of Noah, so the sun becoming the sun man's gonna be.
Ezekiel.
And when the Messiah comes, he's not coming back all play like they're teaching in the Vatican churches. He's not coming back to give hugs and kisses and sunshines and rainbows. He's coming back for what? Read.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 19. Verse 16. Moreover, son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it Judah, and for the children of Israel and his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, for all the house of Israel is his companions.
So that's what it's saying. So there's two. So the kingdom of Israel got split when Solomon was ruling, because Solomon started dealing with idols. So when the nation got split, you had the nation of Judah and the nation of Israel. Judah being the southern kingdom, and Israel being the northern kingdom. So the Brazilians, part of them would have been more of the northern kingdom side, because they would have gone into a separate captivity. They would have gone into captivity through the Assyrians. So the Arab man would have put you in captivity before the southern kingdom went into captivity. But as a nation whole, we went through the same persecution, same captivity.
With the same people.
They were the same people. It's only that the northern kingdom went in earlier, so they're more indoctrinated of a worldly spectrum. So so it's harder for us to wake up the northern kingdom, but the Most High said, bring the two sticks together, and so we can now become a nation together. Bring them two sticks is a gathering. That's why we hold the same vibration.
Hold on the similarities, yeah.
The music, the
Reggaeton.
reggaeton, you know, the way we move, the way we like a little.
Well, we have rotis, they have what, tacos.
Exactly.
Our food is the same, our women are the same.
Exactly. But why is it then, we know we all hold the same vibrations, why is it then that whenever we're under oppression, we have beef with each other?
Segregate each
We
other.
segregate each other, we don't want to talk to each other, but we hold the same vibration. Because it's a curse upon our people. And that's how you identify who we are as a nation. Get me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse. Yeah, but it only happens. Exactly, but it only happens to one. Yeah, it happens, but it only happens to one peculiar nation. It don't happen. The white man don't fight against himself.
The Indian man don't.
The Indian man don't fight against himself. The China man don't fight against himself. The Japanese don't fight against themselves. We're the only nation that fight against ourselves, and the only nations that.
What they call it in Rio, the favelas.
Yeah.
In the favelas, man.
Yeah, but that's like have something more than like basketball, like doing something.
Yeah. It's in the Bible, bro. It's in the Bible. We're gonna show you.
This is the book of Deuteronomy.
They don't fight because they don't want.
Bro, show you.
Look.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and shall overtake thee, until thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day.
So a curse is not a good thing, is it? If someone said curse you, you're gonna be like, what? Why are you cursing me? A curse is not a good thing. So all these curses are gonna come upon you. It's gonna be upon our seed line.
From the Most High.
From the Most High. From God. God's gonna put a curse on this nation of people that He chosen.
It's not a voodoo man.
It's not a voodoo. Yeah, it's not no witch doctor. It's from the Most High God. But He's done this to His people. So in the last day we can identify who we are.
Yeah.
And this is one of the curses. He said it's gonna be upon our seed forever. So no matter where we lay our seed, our children are going to go through the persecution because it's a curse that's upon us until the Messiah comes back. So he's one of the curses.
It says, so the man that is tender among you, Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother.
So when we used to chilling like in our ancient land, we were vibing with each other. That's how we had the same David.
Teach
you know, we were doing the hill and toes and everything. We doing the, we were skanking. We were doing the capoeiras. We were doing all of the steps. We had the steps. the steps that we do now, like all the house steps, they took that from us and they thrive off it. Now we're evil to each other because we didn't keep the laws. Yeah, we're just gonna finish this one now.
His eye shall be evil towards his brother,
Yeah.
and towards the wife of his bosom.
That's domestic violence. We argue about women. No, what? You know, and then women. No, what? And you wanna box her because we got no order in the household. Yeah, that happens predominantly amongst our nation.
Towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Oh, no, I'm going out to get some milk. Don't come back for 2 years. Don't come back 3 years. Don't see you for 32 years.
Single parent household.
Single parent household. Now your woman's got evil eyes towards another black man, so-called black man or Brazilian. Oh, yeah, he left me like this. It's a curse upon us. We identify who we are. And then we have several baby mamas. I've got baby mama here, baby mama there, baby mama there. That ludicrous song, I've got whole different areas.
He done that with us as well. Same thing, bro.
Exactly.
I left that, bro.
And that's a curse upon us. That shows that you are God's chosen
You're
people.
Israelite.
Israelite of the Bible.
That's the Israelites,
Let
man.
me Deuteronomy.
You're not Brazilian, bro.
You're not Brazilian.
That means you're an Israelite. You fit this condition.
All these curses are you.
Oh, from us. We fit this.
All of us. We fit these curses.
You're
But
Negro. They call you negras? Negras? Negro, negras? Nigger.
Exactly.
Same thing, bro.
Like in good way, you say Negroes, but in good way, not like
It's a bad way.
It's a bad
It's
way.
so bad.
It's still bad because if a so-called Caucasian man, if a Caucasian man come up to you and say to you, nigga.
to be fair, like Moreno, it's like good way Moreno.
Moreno, is that black?
That Moreno. And sometimes you say Negro, like
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
It's
good.
like-
good
it's
way
not-
sometimes.
The Bible
Not
says they take a good thing bad and a bad thing good.
Yeah, but that's
The Bible.
that's what I'm saying. But those things there, those were words to belittle our people.
Teacher.
It's only because our people, like we
Modernized it,
we
yeah.
modernized it and said, nah, fuck it, we're not gonna let them use it. Let's use it against ourselves.
That's my
So we
nigga.
said, that's my
It's my nigga.
Oh yeah. Oh, that nigga, yeah, that's my nigga, bro. Like, but in slavery, they were saying that's my nigga. The slave master
Come
was
here,
saying,
boy.
Nah, come here, boy, come here.
Nigga boy.
So we can't use these words. Read this real quickly. Right.
Of Deuteronomy 10 and verse 12. And now Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of you? But
To
to
fear
fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
To do what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
Man, and that's what it is. It's us to come back to the law, statutes, the commandments. And the commandments, you can find them. All the laws is in the first 5 books of Moses. So it's a Tanakh.
And look up the channel, bro.
And look up the channel. You got the
YouTube,
you got the
The
channel
YouTube
there.
channel.
I'm gonna have it.
Have a look.
Kind of Israel London.
I'm gonna have a look at how my friends do it.
Let me show you this.
Like, all you need, just have a look at the channel, and then start going, like, look into your history, look at you, how you got there. You know a bit about it already.
Okay.
Yeah? But bro, so what's your nationality according to God, according to the Most High in the Bible? What's your nationality? What did you just learn today? No, that you are an Israelite.
No Christian.
You're not Christian.
We're Israelites.
You're Israelite. You're an Israelite.
No religion.
Yeah?
Israel.
No, but no. Like, so I was born inside the church. But my family, they are like a,
Yeah.
What color? Wait. What color is Jesus? What color is Jesus?
I can say he's white or he's black.
They got that big
Alright,
statue
let's
out there
bring
already.
it out.
Because that's the norm.
That's the
Open.
Oh, look at the like, but read it for him. Bring it out so we can quickly. Last
This
one.
is Revelations. This is Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show him his servants things which must shortly come to pass, and he sent and signified it by his angels, who unto his servant John. So John saw the things, right? Revelation, right? Revelations 1:13.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, the Messiah, clothed with a garment down to the foot, with girt around the paps with a golden girdle. You see, like the boxers, they get the golden belt, right? Right? Whenever you see a white man wear golden belts, it's the boxers that win the gold belts. Right? With a golden girdle, his head and his hair were white like wool. Like, look. His head and his hair. Look at the paper. You see? His head and his hairs were white like wool. Like wool. Who does Christos? Does he have woolly hair? Is that woolly hair? Lies, bro. That's a lie. This guy is a lie, bro. Keep reading. Let's keep reading. Look. It says his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass. That's what brass looks like, yeah. As if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters.
Yeah, so that's the depiction of the Messiah.
So we do know.
So we do know what he looks like, but we just ain't got no facial. We just know that he's a dark-skinned man, and he's not a Caucasian. He's not what they put in the Vatican churches. So everything they told you, everything they told you in the church is a damn lie. It's because they trying to keep us in this mindset of oppression.
Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
And who's running the world now? Because we don't, as a nation of people, we don't have a government system.
Whose face did they show you Jesus?
Whose face did they show us Jesus? Whose faces are on the money?
They're the wicked people, man.
They're running this society. It's in plain sight. But the church is not going to teach you this because they're getting paid out.
Yeah, the Christians are getting paid out.
They're not going to teach you that you are an Israelite. They're not going to teach you that you're God's chosen people. But they're getting paid out. They're keeping them hush because it's for filthy lucre. And the way they do it is they get our women, because our women have a high influence on the children. Because in the order of things that it makes it go. Did you know that was in the Bible? That verse.
The woolly hair. Did
the
you know
woolly
that?
Hair, the depiction of Christ.
Did you hear that in the church before? You never heard that in the Bible before? You knew that?
You never took it in. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why we're trying to tell our people, gather now, so you can get the truth and you can start now identifying who you are. Because there's going to be a time, because the Most High is going to start judgment on his household. And our house desire is for our people to be saved. So we want you to be able to be corrected that day when he comes. So when he comes, he can be like, what's your name? Valid. Wagner. Jacob. I want him to be like, yo, Wagner, you was out there with the brothers. What did you learn? You're Messiah, I learned this, boom, 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 boom. I got my fringes on. I started studying. I know what, for him to be like, okay, cool, you stepped up. You can go. I don't want him to come and be like, did you hear what them brothers were saying? Yeah, but, you know, I was going to look at it the next day. You'd be like, nah, depart from me. Boom. Now you have to go into damnation. You know?
Revelations 21:12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Of the children of who?
Of the children of Israel.
So your name's on that gate. Your last name, according to the Bible, according to the Most High, will be Israel.
Not Brazilian.
Not Brazilian. Not. It be of your father's last name or your mom. Yeah, but no. According to God, all our last names will be Israel. Because Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, his name got changed to Israel. We are the sons of Jacob.
You're our brother.
You're our brother.
Our brother, bro. So, and we are all Israel, bro. We all fit the curses, bro. You're our brother, bro.
But
Israel.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep you in a box. Go and have a look at it. Quick, last one. Give me second Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. Last one for you, yeah.
I've got it. You ready? This is 2 Timothy.
Chapter 2 and verse 16. 2 Timothy 2:16, yeah? All scriptures given.
2:10, Slacker, 2:10.
It's the 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 10. 2 and 15. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
So go and study for yourself, so that when the Messiah does come, you can't be ashamed, because you look at it, you've gone through the precept, you have understanding.
You look for
You
yourself.
look for yourself. You've done don't take it just from us. We can only give you from the curses that we fit the same curses. But you go and study for yourself now. So when the Messiah does come back, he can see your works. He can see when it's dark and he needs to find his way. He can follow your light and be like, bro, I follow the light here. Who's got a candle on? No, I'm just studying. I learned who I am. I've learned that I'm an Israelite from the tribe of wherever tribe you come from. You know? Yeah? Right.
Hey,
Shalom.
What's your nationality?
Israel.
There we go. Come, Nasrallah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what it is, man. It's here to wake up our people, man. Like Northern Kingdom, the sticks. It's starting. That's how you know that things are happening in motion. The Most High set his works in motion, man. But now the Northern Kingdom is starting to rise up and they're getting a bit rowdy now. Now we just need them to be that. We need them to be more on fire. Like we're a flame and they're just a fire. They're just that little spark. But as a nation, when we join the sticks together, mighty, man. You got a precept?
Yeah. This is Luke chapter 15 and verse 30. Verse 29. And he answered and said to his father, Lo, these many years do I serve thee, neither transgressed at any time thy commandments, and yet thou never gavest me a kid that I might make merry with my friends. But as soon as this thy son was come, which have devoured thy living with harlots, thou hast killed for him the fattest calf. And he said unto him, Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. It was meet that we should make merry and be glad, for this day thy brother was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is found.
Shema Mashiach.
Shema Mashiach, you're a shine, man. That Northern Kingdom time to wake up, man. Our brothers were dead in Babylon since the Syrian captivity. Now they're starting to wake up, man. That's why we have to say, Come, Nasrallah. I'm going to pass it over now for the Nazarite News. Get you some updates of what's going on around the world. Israel rise up. Shalom.
Shalom.